so we are on session 13 today, lucky number 13. And yeah, I think Meg, you can take it away with a recap.
Gladly. After I get my Bardly going. Okay, now gladly. Okay, I started reading the 2 notes that I took from my lectures today. Teddy found himself waking early on the morning of the 27th. The slender gap in the window blew in a cool, humid breeze. From across the room, he could hear the soft sound of Haze's steady, sleeping breath. Knowing himself well enough to realize he wouldn't be able to go back to sleep, he quietly slid out of bed, grabbed some clothes, and crept into the hallway. As he changed into his coveralls in the bathroom, he listened for any movement around the house. Silence. He hoped that his companions would remain asleep longer than he was able. It had been a bit of a tense week. Haze had been out of sorts with the anniversary of Castor's death and revival, understandably. Teddy had seen her training more than usual, harder than usual. Lealia had been the same, and Teddy and the rest of the cohort had the bruises to show for it, and as he quickly and quietly slipped into the backyard, he could feel the lingering stiffness of being pushed farther to do and be and get better. Olive, the shrubby duck, waddled up to him, and he ran his fingers over the leaves on her head. She followed, perhaps hoping for more, as Teddy lugged 2 large bags of mulch into a wheelbarrow and carted it across the yard, toward the new flower beds he and Marigold had been digging out and planting. Marigold. She had a rough week as well, having shared about how she first got her magic. The dark and heavy cloud that had followed her around and shrouding her much like it had when she was a child. He was glad she felt comfortable sharing with the party, carrying that burden alone for so long. Thinking about Atticus and what Teddy would do if his brother were to just vanish, the thought made his palms sweat. Marigold was endlessly sweet and kind and gentle. She gave good advice and looked out for the squad. She had assisted Teddy in figuring out whether or not he should speak to Jaden. She was a good squad mate, but most importantly, she was a good friend. He hoped that he could help her feel like herself again. As he spread mulch over the damp soil in the early morning shadows, the strange Shadowfell-esque merges came to the front of his mind. Haze and Marigold were already connected, and he and Xanthe were drawn in ever since coming to Old Haven. The mysterious merges cataloged by Zeno's device gave them more unanswered questions. Why would Hakal and Nendra, the ones who bought the device, care enough to kill for this information? What would they do with the information, and why was that mysterious woman so intrigued by Marigold? Could she sense that her magic was from those merges? His head swam as he considered all the new information they had learned. So he did the only thing he knew to do when his head was filled to the brim. He got to gardening. Other things that I couldn't figure out how to put into the recap. The thing that we kept hearing about Nendra was that she is a bit of a recluse ever since her husband passed away. Xanthe read a book and learned that there are in fact 9 schools of magic, whereas in current day and age, there are only 8. So it's intriguing. Everyone received letters from family. Teddy has a date, and the ranger professor, lieutenant, at the schoolhouse also has similar tattoos to the mysterious hands he saw in the dream, and the friend that we met at the Dusk Market, the Dusk Market. And yeah, if I've forgotten anything else, now is the time to raise that.
Don't think so.
Good chat.
No.
Xanthe did end up with a map as well in the book.
Yes, that's true.
Oh yes, an old map of the cities before the Planar Flood.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
You got some lore.
We all got letters.
Mm-hmm.
I made some cookies.
Made some cookies, yes.
We made cookies.
Important.
Yes, to hang out with Marigold after after she shared everything with you all. So yeah, as we pick up today, it is indeed Day's Day. It is 5/27. You all have the day off from school and training today. So yeah, Teddy is getting an early start in this kind of cool, humid spring spring into early summer almost morning. We're getting close to, well, not really, it's like a month away, but it's almost the summer equinox in month. Is solstice? Yes, solstice. And yeah, so as we start today's session, Teddy's out in the garden, and I'll leave it to everyone else as to who thinks their characters would be up early, who's sleeping in, what everyone's doing, as you all kind of convene to decide what your plans are for this humid but cool. It's one of those like really uncomfortable like spring mornings where like somehow it's humid but also cold, and so you're hot and cold and sticky. And the
Like,
sea
you can't wear a
breeze.
jacket, but you can't not wear a jacket.
Yeah, exactly. And the sea breeze is carrying a bit of salt on it away from the bay. So yeah.
Right. Do you know that Haze wants to talk to Marigold at one point? But if there's anything that anyone else wants to do as well. And if not,
Nothing
Couldn't
to
do
like
that.
RP out for Teddy. I just want to say that after he mulches, he'll probably come inside and make like, you know, if no one else is up, start making some like breakfast and stuff.
Nice.
In case anyone does wake up and wants to eat.
Sounds good. Yeah, we'll say for those of you who maybe weren't up super early, the smell of some cooking in the morning has started to stir, and you all have met down in the common area. If no one's being emo in their room today, Marigold.
All right, call out.
I'm not being emo in my room.
Okay.
I definitely slept in because I'm tired and I need my beauty rest.
Fair. That's fair.
But yeah, so I'd say everyone's downstairs.
what are we doing downstairs, guys?
We have. You said it was our day off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is day Thursday.
Okay. Since everybody's away, she like does look over to make sure everyone's like not like just like half asleep, and they're like at least half awake.
Half awake, yeah.
Yeah. So, I know we have a lot going on, but I was just thinking, I'm kind of worried about those the researchers. You know, Lear's coworker.
Yeah.
What do you think we should do about that?
I think it might be worth it to go down to the Planar Observatory and see if we can speak with anybody, perhaps about getting in touch with them, if they have an emergency contact or address, any way that we might be able to investigate where they may be or may have been.
That's a good idea. My concern is that what if we go and like what if there are more shapeshifters, like bad ones? She says, like giving a deferential look to Haze, just to clarify that she's not saying that all shapeshifters are bad. Like how would we even know? You know? They don't all have, you know, we got lucky with Lear and the tattoos. So we could go ask, but like what if there's more changeling shapeshifter assassins waiting for us there, you know?
I did have that spell when we were there, but I didn't think to prepare it this morning, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's a good one to have. So we do register as Fae, because we are. I also have my mirror. See if I can kind of sneakily do that. But
I don't think from the game. Sorry, player Sarah. We didn't see Haze actually pull out the mirror. We couldn't see
think
like
so.
what Haze was doing in that battle.
I don't think so.
So like no one knows that she's got a magic mirror. Okay.
Eddie's the only one who actually knows.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Then
That's why I
think
didn't bring
would
it up
be
right
like,
away. I was like, I can't remember if everyone knows about that.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
think
him.
Xanthe then would be like, okay, cool, but explain. Is your mirror like?
Oh, my mirror shows the true forms of shapeshifted beings.
That is so cool. Can I look at it?
Sure.
She just is gonna like lean over your shoulder and just kind of stare at it for a little bit and like she
You
wants
look,
to poke at it really bad, but she's like, okay.
and Xanthe just looks like Xanthe, like a half elf. Surprise, Xanthe's not a doppelganger, guys.
All right. Woo.
We almost had oops all shapeshifters.
That is so cool and very handy. I was already that saves us a trip too, because if you didn't have that, I was going to say I wonder if Claudia would happen to have more little magic shards. But since you've got that mirror, that seems
Yeah, it's useful.
yeah, I don't think I prepared that spell either. So well, because we were gonna do a heist and I had it, and then the heist, and I didn't even end up using any of the spells that I readied for the heist. So oh well. But I mean, yeah, you could do that really subtle and just kind of like we could have a signal if they are, you know, not who they appear to be. Like I don't know, like pull on your ear or something. That's you know? And that'll be the sign that there's a shapeshifter there.
Okay. I guess if anyone's shifty in general or hostile, it's probably a better.
We wouldn't want to give it away.
There could still be people who are not trustworthy, who are not shapeshifters. People who do want to harm us that are not. So we can't just go on that alone, you know?
Right. We'll be very attentive. Right? We'll just be on our guard, just in case there's more shape-shifting assassins. There might not be, but in case there are, you can kind of let us know.
Yeah.
I mean, my thought is they were there trying to collect the item that we have now. And if it's not there anymore, then there's not really much need to be there unless there is other information they're trying to glean.
Yeah. And they probably don't have reason to think that we'd come back or... Yeah. We're probably fine, but just good to have, you know, an idea.
It's good to be careful.
Yep. So we're gonna go in there and do some questioning.
Do we think they'll let us in just with a volunteer?
I was gonna ask the same thing, because Lear's not there right now.
No.
She's not let us in
Lear's in
before.
hiding.
Yeah.
For
There's
his safety.
no one we know there to let us in.
Well, we could probably just say it's official volunteer business.
Yeah. It's a new moon tonight, right? Or full moon tonight.
According to the calendar, it is a full moon. It
Go to the
starts
desk
with
market
tomorrow.
and get a warrant forged. Search
We
warrant.
need to wait 2
Search
days. I
warrant
think.
issued
Speaking of the dust market, have we been paid anytime recently?
You have not been paid because you get paid at the start of the month. Y'all
I
need...
couldn't remember when. We're so close.
You're so close to being
Oh.
paid.
Serious,
all your
give
money.
me money. Let me
Give it
buy
to us
cool
in advance.
stuff.
We're 3 days away.
What if I bat my eyelashes and I'm just like, serious?
Yo,
I
I'm
just need a
getting
little bit
nice.
of money to get like a really nice outfit.
I mean, you could try it.
Oh, I bet it would work unless I roll a nat 1 on my dice.
that would be likely again.
Okay. Last time I had a character bat her cute little eyes at another character who had a crush on her. It worked because they rolled a nat 1 and I rolled a 2. So I think I'll be successful.
All right.
I mean,
And this time you're not trying to hurt them.
That we know of. So, yeah, what's the... Well, it seems like there's kind of the general consensus is to head or figure out do some investigating.
Yeah. I also have, in a pinch, abjure the extra planar. I present my holy symbol in each, aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, or fiend, within 30 feet they can hear, must make a whiz save. If failed, they turn for 1 minute, and they try to move as far away as they can. If there's no other way to tell. Or if
Just
things go
start
bad.
scaring them. Start shouting planar scary noises and make them run.
Yeah. I present my holy symbol, which is the mirror. Just like, look at you.
Look at yourself.
That's really funny.
Yeah, that's great.
Your choices.
Yeah, great.
I mean, I say we just go for it, you know? We just go, we knock on the door, and we just, you know,
Mm-hmm.
say
It's worth the shot.
we're there on official volunteer business and we need to ask them some questions. You can get get pretty far just with, confidence.
Yeah.
A clipboard and confidence. Go wherever you need. Stop by a general store.
You know? I mean, because we could have some document forged, but I don't know, like, who we would say it was from.
I mean, it's not a lie that you are on official volunteer business. It is just like more secretive volunteer business. But you were assigned it by Lialia, so...
Sure, they would just probably like to talk to us. I mean, Lear was talkative enough, friendly enough, so I think it'll just all work out.
We can figure it out along the way. I know that we have a very charismatic group of people. I'm certain that we can help them understand what it is we're trying to do without, showing our hand too much. So hopefully we'll be able to find what we need quickly and be out of their hair as soon as possible.
Yeah. Worst comes to worst, if they ask for official documentation, Marigold can just flash her forged little identification, and if you just do it really quick, they won't be able to see the details. It'll be fine.
That's a good point. Yeah. I'm very efficient.
So, it's a very good forgery. That guy knows what he's doing. So, we should probably do that first, right? Because, I mean, I know they're probably, but maybe they're not. And what if they've just been trapped in a cellar this whole time? And they're like hungry, and their families are wondering where they are. If they have families, I don't know. But even if it was just their pets wondering, they might have unfed pets. I just think we really, really need to prioritize this.
We can go as soon as we're ready. I would like to wash up first. He kind of looks down. He's like covered in dirt and mulch. But I don't think I have any other business I'd like to see to this morning.
Cool. Yeah, we'll say Teddy excuses himself and goes and washes up as you all gather your things, get ready. And Haze, you're able to pull Marigold aside or
Teddy
whatever.
is in the shower washing up.
Oh, it's perfect because Marigold was going to go out and gather the olives from Olive, so Haze can join her in the garden.
Yeah. If kind of just like following like kind of awkwardly at first. It's kind of there. There's something you said last night I need to talk to you about. And I prefer if we could do it privately inside.
Oh, okay.
I just don't know who. I would just feel more comfortable if we could do that. I know Teddy's cleaning up right now, so. Or we could talk in the spare bathroom, wherever. Or your room, wherever.
Yeah, we can go to my room.
Okay.
Lotus won't listen in if I ask.
Can he repeat anything?
No.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Just gonna wait for
Marigold
you to be
will
done,
finish gathering the olives in her little olive apron and bring them inside and then go to her room with Haze. And before talking to Haze, she's like, Lotus, don't listen.
Oh, I love her. Yeah. So, he's kind of hesitates a little bit. And last night when you told us your story about what happened to you and your sister, and you asked us that's why you told us that's why you wanted us to run if anything happened again. I can't do that, and I respect your wishes and I understand why, but and Haze is going to pull a letter out of her pocket and give it to Marigold. And I'm sending it right now.
Ooh.
Also, I should turn my phone volume all the way down so that something doesn't accidentally happen.
Is it the letter?
The letter. He also kind of echoed a little bit just now.
It somehow unmuted both of the things I had going on. Sorry about that.
No, you're so good. Yeah, that second to last line.
But
Me staying and fighting despite everything isn't a point of pride or thinking that I can do something I know I can't. It's preservation, and I have no other choice, Marigold.
But if you stay and fight, then you could die or disappear. That's the same end.
If I die, then I die. And if I disappear, then I know at least that I'll go to some other plane. But if I don't, I don't know what they're gonna do, but it sounds like it's worse than death. Than just sending me to another plane. And I know I have no good option. Essentially a death sentence. But I just hope that if it happens again, you understand why I can't run.
Marigold pauses and thinks for a moment, and then nods her head and says, well, if this is the choice that you make, then I respect that. I just ask that you make sure that Teddy and Xanthe don't get dragged into it with you. They'll want to save you, Haze, and they shouldn't get caught up in this.
No, they shouldn't. No, I should tell them. I should tell them.
But just remember that even if what they promise is a fate worse than death, whatever this plane brings is also a fate worse than death.
Yeah. But I won't even get sent there. Probably. Because that plane merges with this one, and I can't imagine what they have in mind.
I'm not
Lydian?
just talking about disappearing or going to another plane, Haze.
I know. I'm sorry. My mind is... This is a lot. You can explain. Can I sit down?
Oh, yes. And she gestures over to a nice little chair she has in the corner of the room that's like surrounded by these pretty lights. And like puts a hand on your shoulder and asks, do you need some water or something? You seem unwell.
No, I'm okay. I just haven't told anybody about this. Not even my family knows why I'm here.
Well, I It makes sense that you wouldn't tell them because then they would worry, but we're squad mates. I think we could help.
Yeah, I mean, they're already worried after everything.
Marigold does make an inquisitive face, but doesn't pry because Haze seems to be in an emotional state.
Yeah. You know. Just worried
Well-
that I upset them too much coming here after everything that happened with Castor, and knowing that the same thing is more than likely going to happen to me too. Either way I play it.
Well, I think you should tell Teddy and Xanthe, and maybe we can get to the bottom of this too, so that you're not blackmailed in between two worse than death options.
You think there's a third?
A third worse than death option?
A third
I
option?
hope not. Oh, period. Well, I mean, if we find out whoever is doing this and take care of them, then you wouldn't be blackmailed anymore. But it does seem like they're always watching, so it would probably be very difficult.
I do want to find them, but I want to find them. I don't want you or Xanthe or Teddy or anybody going after them, looking for them, looking into them. It's too dangerous, and I don't know what they're gonna do to you or your families. I don't know what they're capable of. And please, don't go after them.
Well,
I'm gonna do what I can to find them, but I don't want to drag you into it too. I just wanted you to know.
Marigold is gonna grab your hands. She's gonna take your hands in her cold, clammy hands.
These hands are shaking.
Well, I'm sure the cold clamminess isn't helping. and Marigold's going to say, "Well, Haze, you've already told me one thing that I can't do, which is expect you to leave if a merge happens again. And I think 2 things is too many things, really. I will respect your wishes for now, but I think you should tell Teddy and Xanthe. And since we don't really know anything about this anonymous, I will hold off for now. But I don't think that this is a task that you should put entirely on yourself. And maybe when you know a little more information, we could all help you."
I've been asking around, seeing if anyone recognizes the writing. The first time I saw it again was in the warehouse. And whenever I sent you all ahead to in the dusk market to look at the magic items, I talked to the person at the table, and they recognized the signature and didn't want to talk about it. Said it was too dangerous. And that's all I've been able to find out so far.
Well, they do sound very top secret, so it might take a little while, but we have time. We can get to the bottom of this. You don't have to do it all by yourself.
I don't have to do it by myself.
Yes. I will go get you some water, and you should figure out when you're going to tell Teddy and Xanthe.
I mean, I think sooner than later is best. Tell them before we leave. Because
Okay.
we don't know what's gonna happen once
Would
we
you like
leave.
me to get them with the water, or would you like me to bring you downstairs?
Yeah, I think that second one.
Okay. She, like, continuing to hold your hand, helps you up. Like, she does no work in this, but she is holding your hands and then guides you down the stairs, still holding your hand.
Oh, I love her so much.
And if everyone's downstairs, she's gonna call everyone for a squad meeting. They need a bell. It's a bell.
Ring a bell for the squad
They
meeting.
have a bell. She rings a little bell.
I think like Xanthe was definitely.
It's the dinner bell. She rings it whenever like she's made tea and like little cakes, or like it's dinner time and she's just letting everyone know that dinner's ready.
Does she have thaumaturgy?
No, she doesn't.
Dang.
She does not have any of the like thaumaturgy, prestidigitation kind of stuff.
Dang.
I mean, Xanthe was already downstairs.
But it's cuter because she has a little bell.
I love the bell.
That she
We
rings.
have a little like we should get one like on the wall, like an old timey where you're like very Downton Abbey, like it.
We're not there yet, but we will be. Zarius, can we get bells?
Can we get a
He's got a ring doorbell. He can get us wall bells.
Okay. I think Xanthe was already downstairs, just like waiting, and like she was like probably praying, just like sitting down in the middle of the living room. And like if Teddy came down, she probably would try to like rope him into like sitting down in the middle of the living room. Like she's gonna try to rope everyone into prayer time. Forceful conversion. No, you don't have to convert. You just have to.
You just have to believe.
Have to believe. That's it.
Tinkerbell rules.
What's going on?
All right. Well, yeah. We'll say everyone is been gathered by free will or a bell down in the communal area of the room, and Haze, looking very anxious, has an announcement for you all.
Yeah. There's something that I should probably tell you. And Haze is just going to hand a Teddy and or Xanthe, whoever's closer, this letter.
I'm so excited to be reading this.
For
as a character.
the audio, it says, "Greetings, Haze Verity Osmond. We know the secret you harbor, for we are everywhere. You seem to care about your family much. If you do not wish for the lives of your mother and father and brother and sister to be forever ruined, you will join the Citizens Volunteer Force. You will dedicate yourself fully, lest we take action and remove you from this plane and all that merge with it. The choice is yours. Always watching, Anonymous."
Whoa.
Yeah.
That is a lot.
Yeah. So, that's the reason that I'm here. And that's the reason that I can't leave, run away And it is a lot.
Sorry.
It's okay. I wasn't looking at you fully. I don't know if you sneezed or dabbed.
It came on really fast. I'm like, I have to mute before I sneeze right into my microphone.
I thought you dabbed at first. I was like, choice.
Wow, that's a crazy letter, man. No.
Yeah. There's no solution. I just wanted you to understand and to know, in case, God forbid, anything happens again, and I don't run. That's why.
So, they say you have to join, and you have to commit yourself fully.
Fully.
Well, okay, that seems a little open to interpretation, but okay.
I don't want to leave any room for interpretation. I don't want to leave any room for mistakes. I cannot be too careful.
Well, I mean, you said there's no solution, but sure there is. We find out who they are, we expose them, and we free you from this.
I don't think it's
threatening
going to be
blackmail.
that simple, Xanthe.
Well, I don't think it's simple, but I mean, nothing in life is really simple.
I
And
don't want to get you involved in them.
But we're already involved with them because of the were-rat and the warehouse and the letter. And the anonymous. Yeah. So we were already on their trail, so it's not like you're roping us into it.
I was the only one following their trail. I was the only one who knew that there were multiple recipients of their letters.
True.
I was the only one looking into them.
But now you don't have to.
I want to
Four
be
of
the
us.
only one looking into them.
But why?
I don't know what they'll do if they find out that you're looking for them. And they're gonna know that you are.
Well, yeah, I guess so. And sure, it might be dangerous, but we're doing a lot of things that are dangerous, and
What if they come after your families? Is that still a risk you'd want to take?
I mean, of course not. Although,
Is
I
that
like
a
to think my family
possibility?
could take pretty good care of themselves. Honestly, good luck to them.
They believe in country justice out there.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, not exactly civilians, you know, but, okay. I, know that this is obviously really heavy stuff, but friendship means never having to do stupid stuff on your own. So,
Does it?
yeah. You've never heard that before?
I've never had friends before.
No. No.
Well, it's a rule. It's basically the first rule of friendship. So,
Oh.
it'll be okay. Maybe. We don't know anything about these people. Maybe they're all talk. You know? Maybe it's like not a huge secret organization. Maybe it's a very small secret organization. Maybe it's like 5 guys, you know, in a room somewhere, and they just, anyone could write that and sound really ominous and threatening. I could do it, and, you know, you would never know that it was just me.
I guess.
I mean,
The only other person that I've talked to who's heard of them seemed really afraid. Said they were dangerous and offered their condolences to me for getting the letter. Said it was too late, that they'd already found me.
My question is, what do they have to gain from you being in the volunteers?
Kind of a weird demand.
Yeah, I was also wondering that.
If they were asking for money or for you to deliver things that you find while volunteering, that would be one thing, but what do they stand to gain? It's obviously for something, but
Eradication. Probably.
eradication of what?
Me.
Oh,
My
why?
kind.
I don't mean to sound
don't know.
indelicate, but they could just kill you if that's
They
what they're
could.
threatening to do anyway.
True. And I mean, again, you're very impressive, but if you're some sort of all-powerful secret organization, like, why are they so threatened by your individual existence that they would just want you offed? And like, if they
don't-
thought that, yeah, to Teddy's point, why wouldn't they just, you know?
I don't know. Me individually, me as a changeling, I'm thinking, I don't know. I've thought about it over and over for the past several months. I've had this letter since month 2.
I mean, honestly, I think leverage, maybe. Maybe if, I don't think they want you dead. If they wanted you to join, maybe they wanted you to join so they would have someone under their thumb in a position to do something for them.
That would make
I mean,
sense, but
Yeah.
I don't
makes
know.
sense. That makes sense.
But, I mean, either way, admittedly not good.
No.
So this
No.
has been for how long? When did you get this letter?
Month 2.
Oh,
I got it right before my sister's birthday.
and you've just been sitting here with this weighing on you, being blackmailed this whole time.
Yep.
Oh, she's just gonna give you a hug.
Oh.
That's rough, I'm sorry. And you must have been so scared.
Oh, yes. I'm still scared. I'm still scared.
Oh. I mean, it's, you know, level with you, it is scary, but I mean, we don't know enough, right? So I don't think it's,
That makes it scarier. Not knowing who's controlling all of this, controlling me. It's scarier.
But we're all very good at finding answers. So you kind of have the best team to help you with this.
I suppose. I guess I can't make your choices for you. I just want you to know the stakes. I know what you're getting into if you do choose to do anything.
Thank you for telling us. I imagine that was very nerve-wracking.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll look out for each other. Right? And we'll figure something out.
Figure something out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Shall we?
I don't even know if they know this conversation has already happened.
Well, I would hope the security here would be good enough to keep any anonymous out.
Yeah. But we have other things on our agenda today. I just wanted you to know in case anything happens along the way.
Well, I'm glad to know because we can keep an eye out now.
Okay.
Well
It'll be
then,
fine.
We can think on it and continue to strategize, but as has already been said, Haze,
Yeah.
we are a team, so.
Thank you.
Can I make an insight check on Marigold about how she is feeling about all of this, kind of being like, yeah, we'll stick with you, even though Marigold told us to run? Oh, this isn't my high insight character. My
No.
score is not as good. Oh, it's still actually really good, but I rolled poorly. A 10?
I realized I also need to roll.
Yes.
Give me a sec. I got an 11.
Oh!
So, not completely unreadable, but you don't know what's going on behind those big eyes of marigolds, those big fish eyes.
They're not fish eyes.
They're regular eyes right now.
Right now, they're
Right now?
regular.
Do they like retract into normal sized eyes?
She's got bigger than normal eyes, right? Didn't you
They're
say?
bigger than
Yeah.
normal eyes, yes, but they're not fish
Okay.
eyes. They are water genasi eyes.
Oh, okay. You said they're normalized right
That's
now.
what. That's
okay,
like
so they're just
something
normal
kids
size.
would like yell at each other on the playground, be like, "Hey, fish eyes."
Ew,
that's so
that's sad.
mean.
All right. But yeah, unfortunately, Teddy, Marigold is a bit unreadable at the moment, in regards to how she's feeling about all this. But yeah, any last words or things as the kind of tension in the house from this revelation, but you all are aware you have plans for the day. More mysteries to solve, Scooby-Doo gang.
Wants to kill the vibe, guys. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm not scared.
Xanthe's like, have them come after my family. Bet.
Yeah. I think we'll kind of load up to go to the Planar Observatory then.
Cool. Yeah. So we'll say it's kind of late morning, almost noon, as you all finally make your way to Center Market from the villa. You pass by Sylvia's Crossing. Over the bridge, you see a lot of people are kind of fishing in this spring morning, the bustle of the city. And as you make your way to Halden Square, you see the familiar sight of... Let me get to my notes of the... Nope, wrong one. Of the Planar Observatory. You see again that kind of nondescript red door to the right of the building, and the clock tower atop it, as similar to when you were here last time, but no Lear waiting for you. So, what's the move?
Knock on the door?
Is this like a let yourself win situation? Open to the public or no?
You don't think it's open to the public, considering Lear kind of was waiting for you last time, and Lear also had to go like let Lealia in. You remember there's like a little keypad situation, so you think you might just have to like knock, see if you can have someone come let you in.
Is this your classic? Put your D&D party in front of a door
and see what
it's
happens.
Actually unlocked.
Yeah, it's crazy. We're gonna spend the next hour at this door.
Remember what the keypad code was?
Exactly.
Well, if no one else knocks, Marigold will do it.
Sure. Yeah, Marigold, you step up. You knock on the door. After a minute or so, you see maybe 30 seconds. You see that this little like hatch opens up, and just some eyes and face look out. And you see kind of a younger individual goes, "Hi, yes. Can I help you? Is there something you need?"
Hello, my name's Marigold Beck, and I'm here with my squad on official volunteer business.
Oh, right. Okay. 1 second. And you see it close the little latch, and you hear like unlocking a little ding of the door as it swings open, and you see that there's a kind of young tiefling in the similar kind of outfits that you'd seen, or uniform, I guess you could say, that you've seen a lot of the researchers in, who opens the door and kind of steps aside to let you all in.
Different
First
tiefling?
door down.
One door down, elevator to go. It is a different tiefling.
Offices.
Yeah, this is kind of red, kind of pale red skin tiefling, super curly like ram horns, big like nerdy glasses. Everyone who works here has to, really fit the vibe. It's required for being a scholar. But no, you see that they kind of look to be like wringing their hands, like a little anxiously, like unsure what to do. But as you kind of step into this office again, it is much busier than when you were here last time with Lear. You see that there's all the traditional like office things happening. There's people taking meetings. There's a few people collaborating over like some giant pieces of paper, sketching things out. Some other people like quietly doing paperwork in the corner. So it is a busier atmosphere, but still relatively like quiet and calm. No one's like it's not like the stock market. Like no one's like running through there, shouting. It's much more of a busy library vibe. And you see that the young tiefling kind of looks at you all and goes, I'm Associate Scholar Lamb. It's nice to meet you all. And kind of holds out their hand to shake everyone's in greeting.
Say their name was Lamb?
Yeah, Lam.
Oh, okay.
Frantically going through my notes for the names of those people we're supposed to be.
Miriam, Jack, and something else.
And something else.
Something else. I think it started with a vowel.
Agnes is what I have in my notes.
It is not Agnes.
It is?
Agnes.
Agnes.
Okay.
So many egg names in this so far.
Who is the other ones?
Egg rare.
There's two.
Too many.
Two's a coincidence. If we get a third one, then it's a pattern.
That's it. I'm gonna just everyone else is just gonna start with an E. That's it from now on. But no, you see that Lamb kind of gestures off to like a more quiet part of the hallway, and is like, "Oh, you said you're here on official volunteer business. How can I assist you?"
Yeah, we are investigating the potential disappearance of 3 people who work here. An Agnes, a Miriam, and a Jack. Do you know these people?
I know of them. I haven't really worked with them much personally. They're not in my department. So, but yes.
Is there somewhere we could find a staff directory of sorts?
Oh, yes, I can get that for you. Let me just go get the key. I don't have access to that. And you see that they kind of like nervously like head off into one of the side like offices. And as you all stand there, they come back like a minute and a half later, and just are like, if you'll follow me, I can get us to the records.
Sure. Xanthe will shoot a meaningful glance at Haze. Like,
Can I insight the meaningful gaze?
Do you not know? Does Morgan not know what Sarah's getting at, or does
I just picked it up. I'm so sorry.
All right.
Yeah, can I do a little sneaky sneak?
Yes. Give me that sleight of hand check.
Yeah.
eyebrows
Mhm.
going up, not being subtle.
I don't know why I'm looking at my modifier.
Yeah, your modifier is
I don't want to
0.
look at my modifier. It's a 0. And there's nothing that can save me because I rolled a nat 1.
No.
You end up like taking the pocket mirror, not watch, pocket mirror out, and kind of like go to open it, and it like falls out of your hand and slides right in front of the tiefling, and they kind of stop and they're like, they kind of pick up. They're like, I think you dropped this.
Sorry. Thank you.
Yeah.
Grab it as quick as you can.
Yeah. You grab it from him.
Fell out.
And it fell open. It fell out and open across
Oh no!
the.
Oh no! Did they look in it?
Give
See them in it? Did they
me.
see me in it?
Give me an insight check.
You're so smooth.
Yeah. Oh no. A mirror.
15.
You see that they did probably look at it and like look in it and at it when they hand it towards you. They apparently weren't shocked by what they saw in the mirror of themselves. And so you assume that they just were like, it's a mirror here. Like, you know.
Okay.
But yeah.
This person is who they are.
Yeah, Xanthe's just like...
From just like visibly like,
Rookies, all of them.
It's kind of
What
like,
are you thinking?
give a
Is
little
it
head
worth
shake.
it to wild shape into a small thing and follow them?
No.
Not worth it? Okay.
Unless they're red hair.
But yeah, you see that Lamb goes over to like a filing cabinet and kind of asks for the names again and starts looking through. Because I will say, you all probably do have your volunteer like bandanas on, right? So you're not just like, we're volunteers. We're so legit. Like you
If
have.
we get in a bad fight, we take them off.
Yeah, you just hide them real quick.
Yeah. Sorry. Magical girl transformation. I take off my scarf.
Yeah, exactly. But you see Lamb looks through and goes, okay, so Miriam lived up in North Center Market. He gives you like the exact cross streets, but you're not necessary for this. Jack lives in the South Docks, and Agnez is, he lives in the Upper Harbor, apparently. Their address is there anything else you need?
Have you seen or heard from Associate Scholar Lear as of late?
No, we were told that they were sick. They'd had a run-in with some Feywild kind of like fungus, and it was very contagious, and they had to stay quarantined for the next few weeks. So.
Oh dear, what a shame.
Oh my, that sounds very, very concerning. Well, I hope they get better.
I'm so glad I'm not gonna make you all roll for deception, but like even playing it out, like, oh no, what could happen? But yeah, you see Lamb's like, but yeah, I'm terribly sorry if you wanted to speak with them. So.
Oh, that's all right. Thank you very much for your help. This will be very useful in our investigation.
Of course. Well, I hope you find them or whatever it is that you're looking to do.
Quick question. You said that they didn't work in your department. What department did they work in?
Oh, I guess I could look here. I don't know off the top of my head. And you see that kind of pulls up the roster and says, well, it looks like Agnez was in charge of overnight kind of maintenance in case anything went wrong. Miriam was kind of deep research into the 9 Hells. So trying to get more accurate with 9 Hells recording. And Jack was, looks here, like reception. So I guess I'm taking over for him right now, but they all worked in different departments, it seems.
That's really helpful. Thanks.
Of course.
Well, anything else, guys? Before we head off?
don't believe so.
Is there anything in like their work spaces that we should check?
Oh.
Oh,
Do they have like office areas? Or is it like a shared space?
No, it's mostly shared. Only a few individuals actually have offices. The rest of us just kind of work wherever there's room and as needed day to day. So,
Is there any like a locker anywhere that they would maybe keep any belongings while at work?
I mean, we do have like lockers, but again, it's no one's assigned them. You just basically lock your things up for the day and then take them when you leave. So, as far as I know, no one's complained recently about any lockers, being locked for multiple days at a time. So, I wouldn't think there's anything.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
And I'm guessing by the fact that we didn't do it just now, that there isn't some sort of like a reception log or something like that. You don't track people coming and going.
Well, we do track people coming and going, just not volunteers on official business. I mean, you can sign in if you want. I just thought it wasn't necessary.
No. That's totally fine. You're right. Good instincts. It is not necessary. But I wouldn't mind taking a look if you have some sort of record.
Okay, yeah, sure. Right over here. And you see that Lamb pulls out like a big leather book and kind of flips it to like the day or two before and kind of hands it to you all. Doesn't know what you're really wanting to look at in the book. But yeah, slides this leather bound book to you.
I mean, I think just looking back to when we were last here, and then want to look there and going like backwards, like from there for like, since it might have been like just for anything, like, is there anything unusual? Looking for any kind of like, if there's like a pattern and then like a break in the pattern or any names that we might recognize.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
This is not my skill.
Could I offer the help action to that?
Sure, yeah. The two of you can scour this big leather book together.
Yippee!
I rolled a 2. That's with the help. It's advantage, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God, because the first one was a 2, the second one was an 18.
There we go.
Nice. The power of friendship.
The power of friendship, and I think
you.
And I get a +2 to investigation,
So dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yeah. You kind of flip through this book, and you are looking back through the days, and with a dirty 20. Hold on now.
I didn't expect to find anything. I just felt like this was investigation.
If I can find where I put my notes. There we are. Yeah, you find, flipping back, on the date of 3/27, you see that the name Hakal signed in to visit one Agnes.
Ooh, not looking good for Hakal and Nendra here. Okay. So, but we know it's just confirmation because we knew that he bought this thing. He had to come in here and put it in somehow. So apparently that's when it happened. Okay. Is there anything past, like, when we were last here? Like, that name coming back up?
No, you don't see the name again.
Okay. Okay. Well. They'll just, like, discreetly, like, point it out. And when I say discreetly, she, like, taps the page several times, like, with Teddy, like, pointing out.
Yeah, Teddy's also there looking at the page, yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for aiding this very important and official investigation.
Yeah.
I think.
Happy to help.
All right. I think we'll be on our way. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Out of character, just for theory's sake, does the cause handwriting look familiar?
No. I mean,
Oh,
it
okay.
just looks like some scratched handwriting on a paper.
But this is a whole book of handwriting.
Just
Why not take a look
So true.
and just see if you see anything? Just flipping through.
Just
Just you're gonna
glance.
just get
Yeah.
handwriting
Their
samples
mind right now.
Yeah.
from the entire town. Army town.
So true.
Meg is dying over there eating her food. You good?
I choked on my crazy bed, but I'm okay now.
Teddy's in the
Thank
corner
you.
choking on snacks.
Crazy
Yeah, anything else that you all want to ask or investigate at the Planar Observatory? As Lamb kind of is just waiting for next things to help.
No, I think that's it,
Yeah.
from what I remember.
All right. Lamb's like, well, look, let me know if you need anything else. Here to help. You know, I always want to help the volunteers as much as possible. Well, and you see, like, nervously kind of, like, walks you all back to the front door for you all to be on your way.
Eddie's citizen. You've done your city a service today.
You see that Lamb looks very, like, blushes, very red, like, very, like, nervously proud of, and like, oh no, it was me. I did it.
I don't know why I feel the need to salute this kid.
Yeah. Be
They
like,
seem such a sweetheart.
How old are they? You said young.
they're like fresh 18, like just joined,
Aw.
like so.
Little dude.
Yeah, just want to prove themselves.
I love
Such a
Xanthe
good
one whole year
job.
older being like, at ease.
Yeah,
Carrying herself with the confidence of a much older person.
As she should.
but yeah. So we'll say you all have kind of outside in the square in Holden Plaza, or Holden Square, in front of the clock tower. You can decide your next move.
Yeah. I don't know why I posted it in the chat because I know that you have it muted. But bathroom break at some point.
Yeah, I was gonna say after we'll figure out where you're headed, and then we'll take a
Okay,
quick
bet.
break.
I guess. Let's see, which district is closest from home?
Probably Miriam in the North Center Market.
Okay. Yeah, then we could probably go there first.
Yeah. I think there's that argument. There's also the argument since Agnes was the one that was
That's true.
in cahoots with Hakal, maybe checking that out, but also that is much farther than where we are right now. So
So true.
maybe we can hit that up on the way back. Honestly, that's kind of
maybe like
in
a
our neck of the
circle.
woods.
Go loop.
Get your steps in.
Yeah.
We're not afraid to walk.
Oh.
What else are you gonna do on this? I was gonna say crisp, but it's this humid, but also cold spring day.
So check out the houses for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Let me pull up the list of things that we said we were gonna do today. Why can't I find the list?
Okay.
I think it kind of just depends. If we find anything there, then obviously that'll be the rest of our day. And if not, would we want to go back to the Dusk Market this evening and see if we can find...
Dusk Market is tomorrow.
Oh, it doesn't open tonight. You're right. It opens
Tomorrow night.
What do we think, squad?
Center Market.
I don't need to go to the Dusk Market because I don't have the money to buy the things. Unless we need something forged. But
We also know that Hakal
Search points.
has been to the Dusk Market before, so we may be able to find him there.
Mm-hmm.
that might be worth it, actually.
A
Yeah.
little stakeout of suspicious personalities.
Yeah.
Be fun.
And I still have a good amount of gold. I have 134 right now.
I just like the vibes at the
Yeah.
Dusk Market. So
You all are like, can we actually just play where we only go shopping at the Dusk Market, nonstop? But
Also,
okay,
As far as other things today, we did have potentially going to prophecy as one of our things. I don't know if that's something that we'd want to do on a Des Day or if that's more of a weekend thing, though.
partying on a weeknight.
Oh, we should go to Prophecy because we're looking for Nendra.
Yeah.
We should go on a night where we don't have class the next day.
I
well,
think that's
we have a
wise.
choice.
you have class on free day, and then you have a test on Saturday, and this would not be the first time you all decided to go partying and then have a test the next day. Pretty
Let's
sure
go to
that was
Prophecy
last time.
after the test to
After the
celebrate
test.
how well.
Teddy has a
Yeah, I
date.
have a date.
Oh, fine. Split the party. The rest of us will go to Prophecy.
Oh, that'll go well.
Teddy can go on his date. Well, Teddy, maybe you shouldn't have scheduled a date. You're missing
Well,
out.
this is literally your idea.
Pre-game, your fancy
It was not my idea. For you asked on a date.
Well, we could split the difference. We could go on Friday and just not stay out super late.
There you go. That's famous last words. Only gonna have one drink.
We'll just have one drink.
One drink. We're gonna go home and get in bed at a reasonable hour.
Exactly. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is there an alarm feature on the tablet? Can we say, like, at, 10?
Yeah.
I have the alarm spell.
But all right.
That help?
We'll say so. Immediate things. You're gonna, I guess, go to North Center Market to stop by Miriam's house, then go to Egnez because of the book having a call being there, and then we'll go from there with some
cool.
options.
Good.
Cool. Yeah, as it's mid or early afternoon, as you all make your way through Center Market to North Center Market, which also kind of bumps into the Hidden Hills area of Old Haven. You were given the crossroads for Miriam, the tiefling, where she lives. And as you all kind of wind your way out of the very populated part of Center Market with all I almost said with all the streets, with all the vendors on the streets, and everyone's selling their wares, you kind of start to weave your way into more of a neighborhood kind of vibe. You see there's a lot of kind of apartments here, a few kind of garden-style townhomes, a few different duplexes. It's kind of the lower end of middle class, you could kind of say. So not super nice, but not kind of run down. And as you stop or like approach what is Miriam's, you see that it looks to be kind of a simple duplex set a little ways back from the street. Pretty quiet street, not too many other people around. But yeah.
All right. Let's just go in there. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna walk up and just try the front door.
You try the door?
Open it?
Yeah.
Not knocking or anything?
Oh.
Xanthe just goes to open the door.
Well.
Well, it's locked, so...
Should I? I mean... Okay.
Are there any, like, lights on?
It looks
Sign
dark.
of life?
It looks, pretty dark.
On overgrown.
Yeah, you knock on the door, Xanthe.
Maintenance.
Do you yell maintenance? Okay. You just knock, yell maintenance. Do you still have your volunteer bandana on?
Oh. Yeah.
Saying what we're maintaining.
Maintaining law and order.
I didn't think about it, but yeah, I guess to be fair, yes.
All right.
Xanthe didn't think about it. I didn't think about it.
It's part of it's part of your get up. You kind of, unless you remember. But yeah, you knock on the door, and don't hear anything. No response. No. Nothing.
Could I
Like
peek in any
windows? Yeah.
All right. Well, as Teddy and Haze both like slink over to a window, because you both said it in unison, you can both give me. I guess it'd be perception check to look in the windows.
I'm incredibly
incredible. I am not, but it's a dirty 20.
Nice.
I got a 19. Oh my gosh, we are so in sync.
I
almost.
rolled a 19.
You're so good at looking in windows.
You're so good at looking in windows.
So good.
Yeah, as you two kind of look in the ground floor windows, there's some kind of like bars on the windows, but you peer through those, again, glass on the other side. And as you look inside, you can see what looks to be like clothing tossed. A lot of the place has been, or not a lot of the place, but there looks to be a lot of furniture, like there was a struggle of some kind here. And you do see, like, on the edge of one of the pieces of furniture, like a spatter of blood.
Does it look fresh at all?
No.
Okay.
It is quite... You could tell from here it'd be crispy.
I don't like that description one bit.
I pocket my bandana.
Just... We're not saving anyone today.
Does anyone know how to pick locks?
Does probable cause exist in Old Haven?
What is probable cause?
So, you know how cops need a warrant to get somewhere most of the time?
Yeah.
There's something called probable cause, where if, like, they have probable cause, reasonable suspicion that a crime is happening somewhere, they don't need a warrant. So, like, if there was, like, a 911 call from somewhere and then it ended abruptly, they wouldn't need a warrant to go into the house because they're like, well, why would the call end so abrupt? Something like that. So, like, if we break into this house, will there be
There
consequences
are
for
no
us?
police.
There
No,
are only
no.
there are only guards.
If you can afford them.
If you can afford them, if your neighborhood can afford them.
And judging by the splatter of blood, she probably couldn't afford her own guard.
It's the wild, wild west, Teddy.
Could the
Wild
neighborhood afford like a neighborhood guard? You didn't see any on your way in. So
Is there any neighborhood watch signs?
go ahead, give me a perception check or an investigation to look around for a nice neon sign that says neighborhood watch.
Incredible. 19? No, sorry, that's a 16 plus 1 is 17.
17.
It's like scratched out a little bit, so it looks like an 18 sometimes.
Yeah, you look around, and judging by kind of the bars on the windows of all the ground floors, and general like looking up and down the street, you imagine that this place doesn't have a kind of watch. I mean, there might be people who are like neighborhood watch, but they definitely don't have guards, because they don't think. One, they probably can't afford them, and two, it's kind of the thing where it's like, do I need guards if, like, who's coming after us? We're just, like, your everyday citizens, like, so.
I think Teddy's gonna try and shimmy open the window.
I have
on it, right?
Marigold. I have an idea. So you don't have to see where you're casting Mage Hand. So I want to cast Mage Hand beyond the door and have my little squid open the door for us. Like unlock it
Ooh,
and then
okay.
open the door.
That is so smart.
Yeah, give me, actually, you know what, you don't even need a check because you all aren't pressed for time, so even if it took this squid 15 minutes to figure out how to open the door, it'd
A little
be fine.
squiddy, shadowy
Yeah,
tentacle,
just
like at one
fucking
point,
with
like,
the
pokes
locks.
through the keyhole.
Yeah, and you're like, no, the lock, not the key. Yeah, I'd say you can cast that. Takes maybe 5 or 6 minutes. I don't know if you've ever asked your mage hand or like used your mage hand to unlock a door that you can't see and don't know what the configuration is. You have to kind of like figure out, and you see that there are like a chain and a deadbolt. So you have to deal with both of those. The rest of you are just kind of like awkwardly standing on the street in front of this house. But after about 5 minutes, you are able to get your mage hand to open the door, and you see little mage hand is floating there. Squid octopus mage hand.
The squid does like a little bow, like he's a little butler.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome to my house.
Xanthe
Yeah.
gives a round of
Hey,
applause
TV.
to the squid.
But yeah, and
If there are bars on the doors and a lock on
Bars
like
on
a
the
chain
windows.
Lock, sorry, that's what I meant. Windows.
Oh.
And a chain lock on the door. How did this person get out of the house? There must be like a back door that is
Is there a
unlocked.
chimney?
you can
Reverse
look.
Santa?
Or it's
Yeah.
probably like, magicked out as well.
It's possible.
That's true.
Actually.
Wait, yeah, couldn't
Magic
they
exists.
Misty stepped inside the house?
I mean,
Oh my god, magic
That's
exists!
Yeah,
yeah,
We might meet it later, okay?
that's true.
okay. We know now.
But yeah.
Marigold, that's so handy. Your little octopus is so talented.
Yeah, I know. She gives her little squid a pat on the head.
I think as much as Teddy would like to celebrate a little more, he is very concerned for whatever is
Yeah.
happening inside.
We've
He's
seen
gonna
inside the
kind of
window.
Squeeze past, so you guys are like, oh my god, you know.
Yeah.
He's gonna just, excuse me, and yeah, we'll go inside.
Yeah, so as you get into kind of this main area, you see that it's more of like a studio layout. So bedroom, like little kitchenette, table, and somewhere to sit, all in the same kind of room, all this one floor. And you can see now the blood that is across the kind of one of the seating, like one of the seats. And as you get closer, you can see that it is quite old, beyond days, to the point where you're not sure even how much older it is. But looking around, no smell, no body, just blood.
No closets to investigate.
There is a closet. You go and open it. No dead bodies. No skeletons. No skeletons in the closet.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, they disappeared the body?
Can we check the other rooms in the house for a body?
I mean, there's the like bathroom, but it's a studio layout otherwise. So, but you do
Sorry,
go
yeah, I
check
missed
into
that.
check the bathroom. Still no body.
I would like to make a bad investigation. Okay, wait, there's something I can do about this. Okay. Great. I think that Teddy's gonna kind of go over to where this like blood splatter on the window is. How much blood is it? Is it a lot? Is it just kind of like like a little bit?
It's not like, oh, that's a whole body's worth of blood. But it's definitely not just like a little. It's enough that you could see it from the window and inside, like a pretty good wound. And it was a like you can see it's a splatter, so someone definitely.
I think he's gonna kind of like lean over and get close to it. And he is going to kind of mutter something under his breath, and there is this kind of like faint orange kind of like aura around him. He's casting Enhance Ability using Fox's Cunning.
Ooh,
Which
okay.
means that the target has advantage on intelligence checks, and I would like to make an investigation check to see if I can find any signs of a struggle, any like footprints, either maybe from a victim or a perpetrator. Just kind of like really like
Casing,
3D
yeah.
chess,
Yeah,
like super
for sure.
checking out the room. I hope my dice don't let me down. Okay, 16.
16. As you're kind of looking, you see the kind of splatter of this blood, and you're doing like like the forensic analysis, like stepping around, like following, trying to like really focus in.
Real like Detroit Become Human reenact.
Yeah, exactly. And you can tell that the wound was, whoever did this was probably a killing blow, but it was quick enough that like they knew what they were doing. It wasn't like just beating someone. They took them out quickly. And you see that you follow, there is a little bit of blood as you realize that like one of the sheets off the bed is missing. They're like strewn about, so it took you a moment to realize that there is like a sheet missing that someone could have used to wrap a body in and take it somewhere else without it bleeding all over everything.
Like the painful optimist in me is like, maybe it was Miriam that killed the person they sent to come and get her, but I don't think that's very likely, unfortunately. I think Teddy's gonna kind of sit back on his heels after a moment. He's just gonna say, I don't think that there's much more we can do for Miriam, unfortunately. He'll kind of like walk through, like, the way the blood is sprayed looked like it was a decisive gash. There's a missing bed sheet and drips of blood that indicate that perhaps where a body was, it was taken and disposed of somewhere.
Great.
disappointing.
Should we go check the person that I'm like forgetting who interacted with who? The one that didn't talk to Nendra's little servant guy. I
Jack?
forget his name.
Miriam and Jack.
Yeah, I think we should go. Marigold says this, but we should go to the one who didn't talk to him next, just to confirm that that person's next. I feel like if anyone's most likely to be alive, it's the one who actually talked to the guy.
That's a good point. Yeah, I mean, we might as well. I mean, we're gonna check them all out, right? Just to
I think so.
confirm.
Yeah.
In looking around, did we find any kind of like diary or journal or like any where we may see like I thought someone was following me today written out, you know, like whatever, any kind of insight that we could get into who Miriam was before fake Miriam came around?
The same kind of like vein. Can I look for anything like personal connections to people, like letters to and from people? Any kind of like, names of anyone else that she might have known. Kind of, you know, ask them and maybe tell them, hey, bad news.
Yeah, I'll say, as you're looking around, you're kind of like looking through their mail. Classic Haze thing to look through everyone's mail.
Committing mail fraud.
Yeah, committing mail fraud. But yeah, you look through, and you see like there's not a lot of like personal belongings. As you kind of look around further, you see there's some like hastily scribbled notes that's like she woke up in the middle of the night and was like research blah 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 blah, like one of those people who like has a pad next to her bed for like when she's got a breakthrough at work. You recall that she was like dedicated into deep research of the Nine Hells, so probably someone who just gets really fixated on their work, and you don't see a lot of like outside like people that she really interacted with outside of work. There's no like letters from anyone. There's no like postcards with like a miss you. Like very, very much looks to be a very solitary individual. And I'll say, Teddy, as you're looking for, what are you looking for?
He was looking for like a journal or something like that.
Yeah, you kind of pull open a few like the drawers in the house looking for journals or anything like that. And I'll say with your 16, you pull open one of the drawers and you see what looks to be an empty spot in the drawer. There's a bit of dust around the area, as to what looks like there would have been a journal like here, but it has been taken.
I think he'll kind of point that out to everyone else. Unfortunately, I don't think there's much we can do to locate it, but I mean, as quick as they were to kill, perhaps they lacked training in following people subtly, or if there was anything in there that might have indicated that she was being followed, then perhaps that would be reason for taking it, additional research. She did work a lot on the Nine Hells, if that
Maybe there was something that she knew, something she discovered that they were interested in, or I don't know. I guess we'll never know now. I guess we should go.
Is it worth it to do a quick lap with detect magic? Or do you think this was all more mundane?
Based on what I was able to find, it seemed like it was mundane, but There's always the chance that I missed something. I'm no investigator.
You did pretty well. You sounded really professional.
I read a lot of mysteries growing up.
I mean, I can cast detect magic, but it can only last for 10 minutes. So,
I mean, it won't take me 10 minutes to walk around. It covers a lot.
right. I just meant, like, if, you know.
If you need it another time.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I could just burn through spell slots, but if we thought it was worth it.
Yeah. Mr. DM, sir, what do you think?
I'll say you don't see, like Meg/Teddy was saying, nothing super, like, magical stood out, or nothing that, like, couldn't be explained by someone was killed and taken out of here. Like, you don't, it won't tell you anything that happened in the past, right? So if someone did use magic or something happened, like, the blood was several weeks old, so at this point you'd probably be wasting it.
Like, things like linger.
It will only linger if it's active, so it's not like the spell that would be like, there was traces of magic here in the past. I mean, I guess it could be ruled that way. I would say not for something as mundane as this. If it's like ancient artifacts, but yeah, I would say don't waste it, especially considering you all don't have a ton of spell slots, and it is a bigger spell to cast.
Just
Still, you don't have
like
a
a
ton.
professional job, you know.
Well,
which tracks, given, you know, how they handled themselves at the you know, observatory. So, are you guys ready to check the other places? I figure we might as well. There's nothing we can do for Miriam, but maybe there's still a chance for the others.
Yeah. As you all head back out, you're going to head to South Docks, where the receptionist, Jack, lived. Who closes the door? Famous last question. Famous last words from a DM. Who closes the door?
Ask that question?
It's not bad, I promise. Who closes the door?
I can close the door since
Yeah.
I opened it.
Marigold, as you close the door, you hear the lock click automatically and hear the chain go across as it's self-locking.
Locking doors. Fancy.
Get in every day.
She also cast a mage hand through the door and unlocked it. But yeah, you all are off to South Docks.
How long of a walk is it? Because my fox thing lasts an hour.
It would be pushing it.
Speed walk?
It would be pushing it. If you all were like, if Teddy was like, hey, can we like jog a little bit? Like, no one would be really amiss to see some volunteers jogging through the streets. You know, like, you all could get there probably in half the time, probably in like 30 minutes or so, with a good pace of a good jog. Xanthe's like, this sucks in full armor.
Clink, clink, clink.
And Haze too, shield flapping about. Yeah, both of them.
More like athletic than Xanthe.
Yeah. But yeah, you all. Teddy's like, let's try to get there in time to keep this up. And so you all end up kind of taking off at a brisk jog. There's kind of a heavy feeling in the air as well. Not much people have to say, I assume, other than like, oh, this didn't go well. We hoped to find something other than what we found. But yeah, you go, you get kind of the two crossroads of where in South Docks, it's a few streets over from the actual like pier down by the harbor. But still, as you get there, you can smell kind of the salty air, the fish from the docks as people are bringing in their catch for the day. Definitely a bit more rundown of a location than where you just were, and you were given basically like an apartment building room number, as you all come to a stop of your jog in front of this kind of multi-story apartment building.
Well, steam
Are
ahead,
we? Oh, go for it.
right? I mean, we don't expect to find anything dangerous.
It's like, why is Tate red?
So my cat has red light therapy.
Wow.
And the light is really bright. And
It's like
my sister
Tate's-
always turns it on, but it's too bright for my eyes.
It's like Tate's glowing in the red. But yeah,
The 9 hells.
9 hells are coming for you.
Oh.
Emerge!
Yeah, I think if we're able to like just enter kind of the stairwell of the
Mhm.
apartment building and just kind of track down.
Yeah, you go to pull on the door and you feel like clink, the door like definitely broken. Someone had it like propped half open, or prop half closed. They did not have a working front door. But yeah, up on the 3rd floor, you come to the apartment building. Unfortunately, with it being an apartment building, no windows, just number and the door.
Suppose we just go in,
As we go in.
try and muscle the door a little bit.
It's locked. The worst time for a party not to have a single rogue with them.
Yeah.
And you're,
I want to try my
Anyway.
mage hand trick again.
Yeah. You cast Mage Hand through the door. A little quicker this time. There was just like a single slide of a bar, not super secure, and you can hear the door slide, and the little hand opens, and yeah, you're able to enter the room.
Same thing. I would like to do an investigation check and see what I see.
Yeah.
Please?
Give me that investigation check.
With advantage because he's still a foxy boy. For flavor, I think the kind of red of his hair is a little brighter, and that kind of like patch of white that he has along like the side, like definitely like it just looks like a fox. That one's only a 14.
14. Yeah, as you look around the apartment, apartment is a generous term to the bed and like one cooking pot on a cabinet, and like a few clothes that are strewn over a chair. This doesn't look like it's been ransacked. It just looks like a young man lives here. There's not a lot of you can't find any blood. It's a little dusty. Looks like a lot of it hasn't been disturbed in a little while, but otherwise, like, it looks like you just kind of walked in and there's nothing to note. You see, like, there's a little postcard tacked up to the wall. A few more personal items here than in the last place, but nothing that screams like someone got murdered in this apartment.
so if he wasn't killed here, wonder if, well, it could have happened anywhere. Dark alley, or if he was at work. You know, if he was the receptionist and working late night, they could have gotten him and the overnight guy,
Agnes.
They could have gotten them both at the same time.
It also could mean that he noticed he was being followed or pursued, and
Well, maybe he got away.
that perhaps. I don't want to think it's just wishful thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, go for it.
No, I don't think it was at work because of what Lamb said about no one reporting any lockers that had been locked for a long time, unless they didn't bring anything with them that day.
Shut up with a pencil.
His water bottle. the only thing.
It's tankard.
I have a thermos for his cough for late night.
Curse him for not bringing too many personal possessions to work.
Yeah, how dare.
For us
Not
to
leaving
know.
a trail.
I know.
So there doesn't look to be anything suspicious around here at all.
I mean, the most suspicious thing is that it's, like, pretty dusty.
So yeah, no one's been here in some time, which tracks if, you know, he's been, I mean, it's been a little bit since our...
Same kind of situation. Can I look around a little bit? Commit some more mail fraud.
Yeah, you look around and give me a insight check. Is that a 1?
Yeah.
Nothing for
3.
you. Nothing for you.
Oh.
Yeah, you look around and you're not really finding too many things. Like you see that postcard, you're wondering if it's from someone, but it just looks like it's a pretty view of actually it's a preview of his work. It's a preview of the Planar Observatory, the like clock tower in front, stapled up on the wall, or like tacked up on the wall.
There's nothing better to do, or he had dreams of working in the Planar Observatory, brought this with him from wherever he is from, and he was just getting started out as receptionist. Never got to move up in the world.
Well, seems like a dead end.
Does.
Well, I hope you're alive, Jack. Wherever you are.
On to
Speak
the
it.
last house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You all head back out, kind of into the dingy hallway and down the stairs, with heavy thoughts, as it is a quick, kind of maybe 10-15 minute walk over to Upper Harbor, where Agnes is. We'd probably be running right up on Teddy's use of his fox cunning, as you all jog up some stairs to try to get there in time. Yeah, do some cardio. And you arrive at the location, and you see that it's like a pretty old looking but decently nice town, kind of like row home, off one of the plazas of one of the smaller plazas of Upper Harbor. You see like there's what looks to be like a neighbor outside tending to, or maybe a gardener tending to some shrubs of a neighboring house, and otherwise a few people walking by. This is definitely one of the nicer areas. You imagine Agnes did have kind of a more senior role maybe than the others. Also, he was a lot older. If you remember from when you fought him, he wasn't, but he looked like an older man with kind of, salt and pepper hair, gray beard. So.
Marigold's gonna knock on the door.
Yeah. You go knock on the door, and you don't hear anything.
Are there raiders in this one?
Hello, we're here for a wellness check.
Yeah, you say that as you're knocking on the door, and you hear from behind you, whoever was tending to kind of the plants nearby, kind of approaches did I see that you all were looking for Agnes?
Yes.
Yes, we're just checking in on his well-being. Some co-workers were concerned.
Oh, well, I mean, truth be told, I live just 2 doors down. I haven't seen Agnes in a while, but I mean, if there was anyone who would know where he was, it'd probably be his ex-wife. He went and saw her every moon day for dinner still. So if you're looking for someone who he might be, maybe he's hanging out there. Maybe they decided to get back together. But
And what is the name of this individual?
oh, what is her name? I think it's Sanis. Sanis sounds right. I think they were divorced before he moved in here, so.
Do you know where she lives?
I think it's only a few streets over. He moved here after the divorce, but stayed in the same area relatively. So you see he kind of goes and gives what he thinks is the approximate crossroads and house for Sanis.
Well, thank you very much. We appreciate the information. Have you? When was the last time that you saw Agnes?
Oh, might be 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks. I mean, I didn't really keep track of his coming and goings, but I do think I saw him perhaps on his way to work one of those days.
Sure.
Oh, I'm sorry, we didn't get your name.
Oh, my name? Good, hold on. Thanks, Sarah.
My name?
My name?
I have a name.
Me? I have a name, hold on.
Well,
You might, or
Look.
you might not if you're secretly a changeling, a doppelganger. You don't trust anyone.
names too, Xanthe. Oh my god.
Oh, my name's Flint.
Sure it is, Flint. Side eyes, Haze.
He's just like an older human, kind of burly guy.
Trust no one.
Yeah.
Is he just sending us off because
Sending you off to
he
get
doesn't
killed.
want us to find out what's in there? Why is he lurking right here?
Exactly.
Xanthe is definitely kind of giving him a side eye, like, yes.
Does he ever do any dismiss myself, or is he staying and watching us? Does he ever turn his back?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's talking to you, so no. Because he's having a conversation.
I mean, is he gonna end the conversation, or is he kind of keeping the
Are you
conversation?
all... I mean, if you stop talking to him, he will eventually fade out the conversation. He was just trying to be helpful. And I'd say, yeah, he gives you his name. And then... I want so bad for him to be like hosing the plants, but I'm like, I don't think that exists in this world. He's got a watering can and he's watering some plants. I forgot those existed for half a second. Yeah, so I'd say after he kind of gives you the information, and kind of is like, well, y'all have a good rest of your day. And he kind of takes his little watering can and heads back, kind of like across the street and over to his house. You think it's his house.
Back is turned. Can I use my mirror?
Yep, you do a little, and that you're like looking in it. It's just a man, just a dude,
Okay.
just a man in the mirror.
One of these times, it's
One.
not going to be just
That's
a
true.
man,
That's true.
not just a harmless old man. Okay. Well, I still think we should break in here.
Okay.
Now that he's out of hearing range, you know.
He is still in the front of his house, like across the street. So
I think, or I guess Marigold will say this quietly. I think we should talk to the wife, and maybe she has a key that we could use instead of breaking in such
Might
public
be
way.
good.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't gonna say break in through the front door. I was gonna say through the back door.
Duh.
There are no police.
The back door of a row home. Okay.
I mean, or it doesn't look like
Climb over everyone's back fence.
yeah, in the back alley.
Back door.
there's no bars on these windows. Maybe there's like a side
Onto
way.
the roof. Jump down.
I mean, okay, well, since he wasn't a changeling, no offense, Haze, we could go investigate go talk to the wife. I just thought he might be trying to get rid of, us so that they can get rid of the evidence, but since he's just a man, allegedly.
Normal human men can still be dangerous.
Oh, that's right.
No offense, Teddy.
That's just-
None taken. I agree wholeheartedly.
this whole group is just no offense each other in a circle.
Yeah, whatever.
Yes, you bring up a good point.
Well, let's see what we can find out by speaking with how was the spelling on that? Sanis?
Sanise.
Oh.
Sanis.
I mean, kudos to him for, keeping up good relations with the ex. Maybe, well, that just makes it sadder if he's... Well, let's just go talk to the ex-wife.
Yeah.
Let's not go down
You all are able. You kind of, as you leave, you see that Flint gives you all a wave and goes back to watering his flowers. And it's only a couple streets over, like he said. You see another kind of row home. It seems to be most of this area is kind of older row homes, so nice but not super wealthy like some of the other buildings in Upper Harbor or some of the other areas in Upper Harbor. This is definitely like way off to the side of Upper Harbor. As you come around, you see there seems to be like a yellow door, a few like a little wreath on it in preparation for like the spring to summer vibes. And in general, the house looks more lively than many of the other places you've been so far today.
That's good. I think probably knock on the door.
Yeah.
Teddy's turn. Teddy knocks on the door. You hear kind of some shuffling inside, and you see, you hear like a one moment, and door handle kind of turns, and you see as the door opens a very kind of hunched over kind of older, not super old, but definitely older half-elf.
Hello, my name is Teddy Lockhart. I'm with the volunteers. Are you Sanus?
Yes, that's me. Can I help you all? Would you like to come in? We don't have to have this conversation at the door.
That would be lovely. Thank you.
Of course. Is Sarah coughing or is Xanthe coughing?
Xanthe is like being subtle and looking at Haze and
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you see she's like, oh, are you thirsty? Do you need something to drink? I could get us all some water.
Yeah. That'd be great.
Okay, please come in. And you see she kind
Thank you
of
so much for your hospitality.
Of course, I rarely get visitors these days, so, and especially volunteers. And you see kind of, she leads you to like a little sitting area, and heads off to get a pitcher of water and some glasses.
I'm gonna suss her out once her back's turned.
Yep. Take two, flash in the mirror. That's a half-elf.
Okay.
Woo. I feel like Xanthe is going to be constantly.
I know, every single person in Old Haven.
Now she's just gonna be like shooting looks at Haze, like, what about this one?
Mhm.
What about this one?
Half elf and still be murderers.
Sorry, Xanthe.
Sorry, Xanthe. Full offense.
Full offense. Yeah, but you see Sanus comes back with a kind of tray. It's got like some cookies on it and a jug of water and some cups. And she sets them down and she's like, what brings the volunteers here? How can I help?
Well, we're here for a wellness check for your ex-husband, Agnes, and we wanted to know if he's been coming over for dinner consistently.
Oh, well, to be honest, he hasn't been the last 2 weeks. I went and checked. I knocked, but there was no answer, and I even, I do still have a key. I let myself in, and well, I mean, nothing looked out of place, but I assumed he was busy with work. He'd been distracted a lot lately. He'd been canceling quite a bit, and kept saying that work was getting to him. So, did something happen at work?
No, not that we know of. His coworkers just hadn't seen him for a little while, so they just wanted us to make sure that everything was okay.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm terribly sorry. I don't know much more. I mean, yeah, he was a bit of a mess the last time he was here, and he even left his hat. I was hoping that I'd give it back to him the next week, but he never came back for it.
If I may ask, from what I'm gonna sneeze, maybe 1 second. I guess not. Okay, whatever. Sorry, I had the urge. I think that I'm just gonna start that over. Chatting with his coworkers, they said he worked in overnight maintenance. Is that correct?
Oh, I'm not entirely certain these days. We didn't talk about work. That was one of the stipulations. It's work is the reason that we're no longer together. So we try to talk about other things. Keep him from going off for hours on the intricate details of Magitech that I could not be bothered.
I understand. And do you happen to know of any family or relations? It is possible he's just gone out of town to visit, or anybody that we might follow up with?
Oh, no. Both Agnes and I, we don't have any real family other than each other. It's why we've kept up our weekly dinners. It's as you get older, it gets harder to meet people and it gets lonely. So.
Well,
Can we adopt her as a grandmother? Is that like a thing? Can the
The
volunteers
volunteers.
like sign up for like adopt a grandparent,
Adopt a grandparent.
like, program?
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
We have to come have dinner with
Yeah, you could come have dinner with her on moon days.
could I make an insight check just kind of on this whole conversation, just to double check that, like, not getting any weird vibes or anything?
Yeah, go for it.
That's only a 10.
I mean, she's been quite forthright and seems very eager to talk to you all. But yeah, otherwise, you gather that, as much as you can tell, everything's being on the level.
Cool. Well, thank you very much for your time.
Of course. Well, I do hope everything is okay with Agnes. Maybe he just got really into some research and went looking for some new things he could add to his work.
Yes, research can be very, very distracting at times. That wouldn't surprise me.
Yes, indeed. Well, it was wonderful to talk with you all. I don't know if I got your names. Excuse me if I did. My memory's not the best these days.
Teddy Lockhart.
Teddy, nice to meet you.
My name's Haze. It's nice to meet you.
Haze.
Oh, I'm Xanthe.
Xanthe.
I'm Marigold.
Marigold. It's so wonderful to meet you all and keep up the good work as volunteers. I know youth, you have so much energy to be running around dealing with all these planar merges. It couldn't be me. I just
Well, and that's why we do it, so you can enjoy your Thursday afternoon.
yes.
Xanthe just feels so bad for this lady who she's like thinking like, oh, it's like, yeah, he's probably dead. You know, I'm starting a book club.
So far, your other person in your book club is another old woman.
Is she also
and Yenrose.
Yenrose, yeah.
I thought that Charity was young.
No.
Oh,
I thought she was like 19.
Nope, the exact opposite.
she's
Oh my
not.
god, 91?
Her whole book club is literally just gonna be
Old
ladies.
women and Yenrose.
Yenrose.
His personal
yeah.
hell. No, yeah. It's like, a book club. Oh, that sounds lovely.
You could join if you want. She's trying to keep like a neutral face, but she's just looking at her with like eyes full of sympathy.
Oh, yes, I think that could be good. Well, you'll just have to give me the details of when and where and what book it is. I do think that's how book clubs work, says Lucas.
That's 100% correct, and we'll discuss, and we can have snacks, and it'll be good.
Well, I
You
look
can meet
forward
some
to
people.
it. That sounds great.
So you have some other people.
Wonderful. Oh, the youth are just so inventive with everything these days.
Oh, you don't have a tablet, do you?
Oh, I'm sure I do around here somewhere. She starts looking for her tablet. You see, she dusts off this tablet. There's definitely like some like little cookie crackers crumbs on it, and she brings it over. And she's like, yes. It takes a very slow like boot up of the tablet. And she's like, yes. Do you have a tablet as well?
Marigold has a tablet, right?
I have the tablet. I'm gonna do the thing so we
Yeah,
can transfer
beautiful.
our contact info.
Bing! You now have one Senis as your contact.
Well,
Incredible.
we'll check back in on you. And book club.
You are too sweet. Oh, thank you.
You'll still have book club.
I look forward to it. I might be a bit slow to respond, so just make sure you message me several days in advance. I don't check it very often. You see, there's like 3 messages on the side of this.
Where's it from?
Right? Well,
Does it show who they're from?
Nandra.
Yeah, and there's an N for Nandra. You'd have to look much closer. It's like a little tiny text. You'd have to really be spying over her shoulder to look
She's not one
closer.
of the old ladies that have it in like the giant font.
Unfortunately, it doesn't go in giant font. You just have to bring it closer to your face. They haven't figured that out yet. Yeah.
Not accessible.
No. It's also not affordable, so there's that as well. Really
Yeah.
not accessible.
okay. Well, we should go.
Oh, well, yes. I'm sure you all are very busy with everything volunteers have to do, so... Oh, my phone. My tablet fell off the table.
Arthritis.
Yeah, she dropped it.
Well, thank you again for your time. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening and your afternoon.
Thank you. You as well. And she kind of like walks you all to the door.
Oh, if it would be possible, and we'd be happy to return it afterwards, the key, to his apartment, could we borrow that?
Oh, sure. You see, she kind of goes and takes it off the little like stand by the door, and hands it over to you.
Thank you. We can drop it by after we're finished.
Wonderful. Well, I'll be here, so just let me know.
Yeah. Right, well, thanks.
Yeah.
I'll message you about the book club.
Wonderful. I can't wait. Yeah, and you all head out back into Upper Harbor with some more information and a key.
I mean, I guess our moon days are cleared up now. So.
Okay,
Is that
damn,
Haze or
Haze.
is that-
That was me.
Oh my gosh.
No.
With the book club.
Haze is like, don't worry, we cleared out her Mondays. Don't have to worry anymore. Not busy.
Oh.
I think we should go back and just double check, make sure there's not anything in the apartment that was missed.
Yeah, to be thorough. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Going.
I'll say for quickness, you all head back to the apartment, and you're able to use the key, get inside. You see that there's a lot of like mechanical diagrams all over everything. A few like little workspaces for like tinkering. Like every part of this place that could house some piece of mechanical like machinery, it has there. Lots of unfinished projects, blueprints on the walls, scattered of like notes and everything in that regard. You can tell they probably had dinner at her place when they had dinner, because this is definitely the workings of someone who gets extremely into their stuff, and you can tell why she probably didn't find it super suspicious that he was saying work was busy or keeping him from everything here. But again, no blood, no dust this time. I mean, a little bit of dust, but like things has been disturbed. She said she had gone over, and someone had seen him within 2 weeks, so not a ton of time for dust to settle.
I don't think my
Around it,
enhance
like,
ability is
the-
up anymore. Do
No.
you think it's worth it to burn another
I-
slot?
I want to look around and see if I can find where he keeps his money.
Marigold.
Marigold.
I have a point. Let me cook.
Dead men don't need
Don't
money.
jump to conclusions.
Okay.
She might not just be.
Robbing him blind?
Oh, okay. I think I know what you're going with.
Can't be
this.
blind if you're dead.
If it's there. And if it's
Is
not
it
there-
robbery if he's dead?
I believe it's grave robbery.
But I'm not robbing
You're not
his
robbing his
grave.
grave.
He
Exactly.
died here. We don't know where his
He's
body
not
is.
buried here.
That you know of.
Well, she's
Yeah,
doing
so you're
that.
looking for money. Give me an investigation. Yeah, Haze, what's up?
Yeah, can I look at like all these like diagrams and blueprints, see what's like what they are?
Yeah, that's
Kinda
gonna be a intelligence check.
That's fine. I can.
I did not roll that great. I got 9.
A 9. You search around. You find like a pouch in the entryway, with like a few, like 3 copper. Not a lot. You don't know if there's a safe or somewhere if there's more money. You imagine if it is, good luck getting into it or finding it, because it's probably like magitech and or just machinery to figure it out. Haze, what did you get on that roll?
And that one.
Oh no.
Bruh, you said, thank God I can hit things with a hammer, because machinery and tinkering, not for me.
Yeah.
You're like, he looks like he was smart. He was probably real smart and good at his job and
Probably,
keeping
yeah.
everything running at the Planar Observatory.
How to read any of this.
Yeah.
I think Xanthe would also be interested in like all of like the
See,
The
I think probably
blueprints
has a
and
better chance of understanding this. from her
Maybe.
mom.
Can I look at them too and try and see if there's any like I can make out what any of them do or are, or if they look familiar at all?
I don't think Xanthe could roll high enough to figure
Well,
out
like-
them.
Do they look like just like magitech, or is it like just
It
like
looks-
blueprints?
It looks a
for,
little
like,
bit
years?
like both. You do recognize one of the blueprints looks to be what you saw of the like racks that are within the observatory. Then there's a bunch of other stuff that look like maybe personal projects. Someone who just likes tinkering. Yeah.
Could I search for any more of the recording devices, like that could potentially indicate, like, we know about the one that was placed recently. Have there been others? How long have they been logging? Like, might they be here? Kind of
Yeah.
situation?
Give me that investigation check.
Okay.
Got it.
8.
Uh-oh.
You search around and there are so many things, but you're looking for the very specific little like recording devices. So you're kind of quickly searching through and over things, and you don't see anything that resembles that. Plenty of things that you're like, I don't know what the fuck that does, but not anything that resembles what you're looking for.
So the guy was clearly obsessed with his work, but there doesn't seem to be anything indicating a crime here. Another dead end. I mean, I don't want to sound negative, but I'm not loving their chances of being, okay.
No,
But what if they're being held captive somewhere? Do you think?
Everyone give me a history or insight check. This is recalling something that happened, so with a person.
my insight is better, but I want to see if I can break my history curse of being like, my history's decent and rolling like absolute piss. I'm gonna go insight. 18.
18?
Oh, good.
Holy cow.
15 for me.
15.
I also got a 15,
15.
on insight.
I got an 11 on insight.
11. As Xanthe is kind of saying all these things out loud, talking about everything, Teddy, something that Sanis said comes to mind, and it's the fact that you know that 2 weeks ago, when you all killed the changelings, that was 2 weeks ago, but she said he had been acting different and weird for time before that, indicating that someone had
Replacement
for a while.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I wish I could say otherwise, but I don't really see much reason for them to keep them around. If they're purely looking for access to the Planar Observatory, and it seems that the people that they had infiltrating and acting as them seem to at least have some knowledge of what they were doing, as they were able to maintain their cover and their jobs for a few weeks at least. I think we can assume that we will not be finding them.
Man. Okay. So what then? What do we do?
I think we have to let Lear know. I think we ought to tell the lieutenant as well.
I mean, we know that the guy who works for Nendra saw Agnes. So I think going to the dusk market to see if we can find them, and to prophecy if that doesn't work, would be a good course of action.
I think we could ask Satis if she's ever heard the name McCall.
We could ask, but she said they don't talk about work.
That's true.
I mean, it's worth it. We have to return the key. I guess we could just ask. Do we tell her?
It feels wrong to not. I think clinging to a false hope for something that will never come home is an insult.
We don't know for certain yet.
We don't.
I mean, we don't have... I know it's unlikely, but there hasn't been confirmation.
Will we ever get that?
We may never find a body. These guys were professionals, you know? Assuming. I mean, they seemed like they knew what they were doing. I think we should at least tell her what we know, that we have reason to believe. You know? I mean, it could be dangerous not to, with what we know. If he, turned up at her door or something, I don't know why they would, but tying up loose ends or something. I don't know. I would want to know if it were me.
Would it be dangerous to tell her? Because if she's aware and they find out that she knows.
Well, we don't have to tell her everything, I guess, but at least to let her know that he's been missing, and we have reason to believe that, like, he may have come to some harm. Or just at least that he's missing, and I don't know. I want to give her false hope.
At this turn in the conversation, Marigold has like started fidgeting like uncomfortably, and she says, "I think I'm gonna go home and get ready to go to the dusk market. Maybe see if Sirius will give me my money a little sooner. I'll meet you all at the house."
Okay. Oh, okay, will you ask if he'll, like, pay us all?
Oh, yeah, I can do that. And she leaves pretty quickly.
Okay.
I feel so stupid now. Foot in mouth.
So as you all stand in the house of a probably dead inventor, little guy, what are your plans for next? As Marigold kind of sprints out quickly back to the villa. I also will remind everyone the dust market doesn't open until tomorrow, but that's fine. Haze,
Sorry,
you
that
know.
is so wired in my brain. Taking a peeky poo at my notes. I do think that getting in touch with Hakal may be the best course of action from here, and we do know that he's been sighted at the nightclub and also has been to the dusk market before. So.
Yeah.
And just to be clear, still could be a bad guy, right?
Oh, I very much think that is the case.
Okay, just making sure. Okay. Yeah.
Right.
So, what, to go to the club tonight and the Dusk Market tomorrow?
I think we could at least check it out.
See if
I
they're
don't think
there.
kind we'll want to stay out terribly late again because
No,
we do have
no.
class end exam coming up, but just getting that
Mm-hmm.
kind of settled and out of the way.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. All right. So, are you all headed back to the villa, or are you gonna go talk to
Send
Sanus?
her key back.
Give Sanus her
Yeah,
key
we'll
back.
go and give the key back.
Are you gonna say anything to her?
I think unless anyone feels differently, I think Teddy is just going to say, trying to be vague. Thank you so much for your help and for the information you were able to provide us. As of now, we do have reason to believe that, I can never remember his name.
Agnes.
Agnes has fallen victim to a planar incident of some kind. We are continuing to investigate the situation, but we felt it fair to let you know that we are not sure of his safety and just felt you ought to know.
You see that her face kind of drops a little bit, not super shocked. You get that she might have been kind of already thinking that something was wrong, not knowing exactly what. But she just kind of pats your hand as she takes the key back, and she's like, "Thank you for letting me know. I hate to be abrupt, but if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go for today. Thank you." And you see she kind of closes the door as she heads back into her apartment, or into her house. But yeah.
Teddy's very quiet on the way back to the villa.
Yeah, you all have a quiet walk back to the villa. As you all are heading back to the villa, Marigold, Jesus, couldn't get the name. Marigold, you went ahead. Is there anything you were doing, or did you just kind of go to your room, just not there?
Well, I went to go talk to Zarius.
You went to go talk to Zarius.
See if I could get my money sooner.
Yeah, go ahead and we'll say you went and knocked on the door to his villa. Give me a luck check. We'll see if he answers.
Come on.
Come on.
It's 14.
14. You see, it takes a little bit of time. You're about to turn away when you see the door kind of crack open, and a very, very tired looking Zarius answers. You see there's quite a few bags under his eyes, and he looks to be just like in a big, like, fluffy black bathrobe with some fancy slippers, and you see he's like, Marigold, what do I owe the honor?
Oh, well, so there's this really cool market that me and the rest of the group wanted to go to, and I found something very cool there, but it's a bit out of my budget, and I was just wondering if we could get paid a few days earlier. The market's tomorrow, so it would only be 2 days before we normally would get paid. The market's only tomorrow.
You fucking liar. Go ahead and give me that persuasion or deception, because you told some half-truths there.
This man is from this city.
Well, I got a 22.
You see that Zarius kind of cocks his head a little bit, and kind of looks up. And at this point, it's probably late afternoon, but the moon has started to rise in the sky, and he clocks the near fullness of the moon, and goes, would you be talking about the dusk market then?
Yes. Would you like to come with us?
Perhaps I will have to let you know I have not been feeling the best lately, but in response to your request for the gold, I can have it to you by tomorrow morning.
Instead of celebrating about getting paid early, Marigold is going to look at Zarius and say, I did notice that you had some bags under your eyes. Are you feeling under the weather, or are you not sleeping well? I could get you some tea that would help with sleep if you're struggling with it.
Yes, tea would be... That would be nice. I am not feeling well, but it is not something I am unused to. Sometimes it's worse than others, but I do hope I will make a recovery quickly.
Oh, I hope so too. Just let me know if I can do anything else to help.
Yes, I will, thank you. If you don't mind, I will retire and get working with the funds.
Of course. I'll just, is there any place you would like me to bring the tea? I can have it ready in the next 10 minutes.
I will leave the door. You can just place it within the seating room. Whatever the fuck it's called. What is it called?
The dusty room.
The
that
dusty
was
seating
in the
room.
lounge.
Yeah. The lounge. There we go. The parlor. Yes.
Alrighty.
The
So
seating
the
room.
Marigold will tell Zarius goodnight and then quickly go over to their house to make him some like very calming like chamomile tea and
Beautiful.
put like honey in it and like just like I'm sure she like knows the kinds of like herbs and flowers and stuff that would make a very good like calming sleepy tea or whatever.
Nice. Yeah.
And then she would go back over, drop it off, and then just wait for the group at the house.
All right. Yeah. You drop off the tea. Zarius is no longer downstairs. You hear some creaking of wood upstairs. And I'd say probably about by the time you do that, come back, the group is just walking their way through the gate, kind of meeting you in front of the guest house.
We're gonna get paid tomorrow morning.
Oh,
Wonderful.
that's great. Thank you, Marigold, for doing that.
Oh, yeah, no trouble. So yeah, we'll be all ready to go tomorrow, but I don't know what you wanted to do tonight.
Did we want to check out Prophecy tonight, just to see if we catch any sights of Hakal or Nindra?
That sounds good to me.
Yeah. Investigation. Might as well. We don't have that many leads right now, and maybe we'll catch a break.
Hopefully it goes better than last time, and break's the only thing we catch.
Right. No were-rats this time.
We don't know.
That's true.
Wow.
He was finding a lot of people.
What?
Might be some new baby were-rats in the crowd.
They don't know how to behave. Their father's dead.
No!
I really do know how to behave because their father's dead. Wow.
But yeah, well, we can say, unless you all have anything else, you can eat some food and get ready for the nightclub.
Yep.
Yippee.
What's for dinner?
Stir fry.
Stir fry.
Does anyone make a stir fry?
Marigold will also let everyone know that Zarius might come with them to the dust market,
Oh, very cool.
but that he might not because he's feeling under the weather.
Oh, that's too bad.
But yeah, we'll say, oh, sorry, Meg, did you have something else?
No. Sorry.
But yeah, we'll say, you all, long day of investigating, seeing some dark things, hearing some dark news from multiple places, and you all make your way to prophecy. You see again as you're standing in line, getting ready to get in. You know, in Hidden Hills, you see a bunch of people kind of gossiping, talking to each other. You see the big bouncer, a bugbear, that seems to be like checking people, making sure they're not too drunk or too crazy before they go into prophecy. It's probably a similar like 9:30, so you all are the early birds to the nightclub again. But there are enough people, as it is, I believe, the same night you went last time. I believe you went on day. You either went on no, I think you went on Day's Day, because I think I made the joke about it being Thirsty Thursday. But maybe not. But yeah, that sounds right. But yeah, in that regard, I'll put the same vibey music in the chat if y'all want to listen to that instead.
Yeah.
Your little techno music, as you can hear it reverberating through the floor and the walls, as you finally make your way in. You see again, you kind of go down this tight winding staircase, feeling the heavy beat of the music, and you finally break out into kind of this tall room. It's not as packed as last time, but there's still quite a few people in here, enough where like you do have to kind of watch where you're going, but not so much where it's just like you're constantly smushed against people. You can see the flashing of colors and in rhythm with the music, and you hear again that heavy beat of music that you've not heard anywhere else since. That seems to be what prophecy is known for. You have the kind of 2 floors of arched windows, or arched, like, second floor, which you do know is where the VIP balcony is. Marigold, as your eyes dart to there, you see no one. There's no one standing beckoning you this time. And you see over the ceiling again the large mirror that covers the entirety of the ceiling. Welcome to prophecy. What y'all doing? Is you trying to like have an upbeat moment, but instead it's just like the reverberating of the music makes you aware of your heartbeat, and you're like, okay.
Very out of place.
You got your same clubbing outfits on, you're recycling them.
Yeah, probably.
Obviously.
You didn't have time to go shopping this time for round 2.
I mean, we can swap clothes.
If I can do like...
I think, Teddy's kind of curious to see if the bartender that was there, the one that got bitten the first time around, is still there. Or if it's someone else bartending tonight.
Yeah. You look and see that is not smooth. I want smooth strobing of lights. Sure. Okay. Yeah, you look and see, and behind the bar is the same night elf that you saw working, who had been there last time. She's busy, like, shaking a cocktail and, getting other people drinks. But yeah, seems to be the same person.
Nice. I don't think I'll go and talk to her, but I just wanted to see.
New Nendra, so maybe she could let us know, like, if she's seen her lately, if she's here tonight. He's good we were talking to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Um,
mean, that's what we're here for.
Sure.
So,
Who
why
wants
not?
to do that?
I want a drink anyway. So I will go. I will order
Go with you.
Yeah,
a beverage.
you go. Yeah,
That's right, buddy system.
buddy
If
system in effect.
anyone does see either Hakal or Nindra, we do not go off by ourselves because they could be bad guys. So, okay. Great.
God, this group needs message so bad.
Just
So bad.
it, okay? I didn't shout it in the packed club.
I know that we need it for like other things too.
I think Marigold is gonna scan the VIP section to see if she sees Nendra.
Yeah, give me that perception check as Xanthe and Haze head over to the bar.
Marigold does ask Xanthe to get her a drink.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm getting us all drinks.
My perception check was not good. It was an 8.
You're looking around. You don't see, honestly, anyone up in the VIP section today. Sad to say.
No, maybe she's just not here yet.
That's true. It could be early.
It is early.
Yeah. Yeah. She's a night elf. Yeah. Xanthe, you head over to the bar, and you see Zare comes over, is like, can I get you anything to drink?
Yes. We would like
3.
3,
2.
2.
Teddy shouts.
Teddy shouts from across the bar. 2.
Yes, just 2 beverages. Looks around at other people's beverages.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows right there?
Hello, I
Yeah.
am of legal age to be in a bar. Can I have 2 beverages, please?
You literally got the drinks last time, but yes.
I go into establishments like this all the time, okay?
Give me an alcohol.
I have alcohol.
Yeah. You see that Zara's like, sure, two beers? Yeah, I can get you 2 beers. Like, you two already sound like you're wasted.
Pretty one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can do that. The ones that, she has to, like, shake and that are more effort. She's like, yeah, sure, yeah, I can do that. That'll be 1 silver.
Sure. I don't know if you remember me and my friends, but we actually spoke with you last time we were here. You know, when there was all the commotion and stuff like that.
Oh, sorry, love. A lot of people talk to me. What again?
Haze, for help.
We spoke to you about a were-rat situation.
Right. We took care of that business.
Oh, right. Yeah. Sorry. It's, I see a lot of faces here, so,
No worries.
Sure.
So,
She's like
quick
shaking
question
a drink and pouring.
for you.
Shaking on a drink.
My friend, the last time we were here, she was talking to this other elf woman named Nendra.
Oh, right. Yes.
Right,
Uh-huh.
and I think, I think she was kind of hoping to see her again, She gives, like, a not subtle wink.
Yeah.
So, you haven't, seen her around lately, have you?
Ah, Nendra. And she kind of, shouts to, one of the other bartenders, and she's like, hey, have you seen Nendra lately? I haven't seen her. No, she hasn't been back in, maybe a couple weeks, maybe a month. It's been a while. Haven't seen her.
Darn. Can I insight check to see if she is telling me the truth?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really good. Okay, hold on. 17 plus 6. So, 23.
23. Yeah, I mean, as much as you can kind of tell with that, she seems to be telling you the truth. Doesn't really have a reason, at least doesn't seem like she has a reason to lie, like as much as she can remember just, bartending here. Granted, she's not here every night, but
Shout
doesn't-
everyone today. Okay. Oh, so she doesn't like usually come on certain times, certain nights. If my friend was, hoping to bump into her again.
She's like, hold on, sorry. Yeah, here you go. That'll be 5 copper. No, she was coming for a while back, a month or two ago, pretty often, but again, yeah, she kind of just stopped. I don't know. Haven't seen her.
Oh, okay. Remembering what everyone else said about her, I just want to test. So, what can you tell me about her? Just between us.
Give me a persuasion check.
Well, that's just not even gonna look at what. That's not terrible. Hold on, that's an 11 plus 1.
12.
For a 12.
Can I bless?
Can bless. You're gonna reach out and bless Xanthe.
Bless your heart.
What's blessed?
It's a D4.
Yeah.
Well, that's only a 2, but that brings it to what, 14?
That's not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
Terrible.
Yeah, you see that she's kind of like, well, I mean, between me and you, she had a lot of money. She was very good looking. Lots of people loved to see her at the club. But she was a bit weird. She could always kind of get in your head. Like, she knew what you were thinking. It was off-putting, to say the least. I tried to stay away. But, hey, if that's your friend's cup of tea, I'm not going to knock it,
Right. Now, to each their own.
Exactly.
That's why you have friends looking out for you. Just, do the, groundwork. Well, that's great. Here's your money.
Yeah, she had already slid the drinks to you. As she was making them as you were talking. As she was talking, takes the money. She's like, but yeah, well, enjoy the night. Come back for more drinks.
Yeah. And I gave her a couple extra silver as a tip.
Couple extra silver.
Well, hey, what didn't you say it was a silver for the drink?
I know, but a silver's like still a pretty decent amount of money.
Well,
We're rich and we're
That's
about
fair.
to get paid.
That's
I
fair.
can again buy it.
Drink, because the other guy's drink was 6 copper.
Yeah, he got a shitty beer, and Xanthe said, "Give me the fancy one."
Yeah.
I figure that's what Marigold would like. So, okay. And she gave me information. It just seems
It's
like
true. You
things-
paid for the information. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you. Makes me with 3 beverages.
Nice.
Well, that went well.
Yeah. You head back and tell the group what you were told.
Over the beverage. I got the pretty one. So she did say something when I asked about Nindra. She said that she hasn't been here in a while. She also made it sound like maybe can read minds. Like she always knows what you're
I
thinking.
wonder if this has anything to do with the fact that, well, when she looked at me, it was like, I don't know, everything else kind of got quiet.
She's literally in your head, like
It sounds
reading
like it.
your thoughts.
Oh, I don't know.
You said that she was really
How do you
weird.
know if someone reads your thoughts?
I don't know. I don't
Well-
know if I've ever had my thoughts read.
I guess we would know. But she said that she hasn't been seen here in like a month or so. But she was coming frequently before then. So I don't know.
It's kind of strange.
Sorry, I feel like this was another dead end. But like, what else were we supposed to do? I mean, where do we go from here? We can't stake out the club every night.
You all just turn into just degenerates, just going to prophecy every night. And Lealia's like, "What's going on?" And you're like, "It's for research."
For
Can we
them,
write this
yeah,
off, you know, like,
Yeah.
for taxes purposes.
Exactly.
You know, part of our job.
Do we get
To
like
go
a
clubbing.
bonus credit?
this beverage. It's
Independent
for
study.
research.
Get a couple of drink tickets every night, you know?
Yeah.
We have to do this. It's to blend in.
I think probably hang out long enough for it to not just be weird to walk in, walk out. But, I mean, I don't know if Teddy's interested in staying much beyond that. I don't know about the rest of y'all, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not really. Okay. Well,
I guess as we leave, can I look around for Hakal since I know what he looks like?
Yeah. Go ahead and give me
Even if Nender's not here,
a
he
perception
might
check.
be-
He's just in the corner sipping a beer. It's in a half in a wall sipping a beer.
Oh my
It's
god.
the same number, so 8.
You look around between the lights of the club, the mirrors, the loud music. It's pretty disorienting and not a great place to like find someone in. Especially someone who like you look and you see like someone with like bright like glitter makeup and you're like, oh, Hakal. No, they just have glitter makeup. It's not the glittery lines across the face. And then another person, oh, they're pale. No, not Hakal. Not super. He really would blend in quite easily here. So unfortunate.
Kind of like a shapeshifter.
Could be.
Get that guy within my sight. You don't think the timing of her not coming here anymore lines up with, I can't want to say egg rare, Agnes acting off?
would be connected. When were we? How long has it been since we were here?
It's been,
Yeah, she hasn't
so
been
the
here in
club
a
was session 4, I believe.
Session
No,
5.
that can't be right.
But it was on
Session 5.
4/20.
420?
It's been over a month.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, so a month and some change. I was looking to see if it lined up with anything we have logged in our calendar, and I'm not seeing anything. Other than, like, us being at the club and killing a were-rat.
Honestly.
She decided she didn't want to come anymore. This place was going
This
to
place
the
is
rat.
below her.
Boring.
Yeah. It's not boring, but it's below her.
It's below her.
Okay. I have an idea for a lead. Okay.
Oh?
Well, the woman said that the bartender said that she would always order all of this very specific fancy wine. So maybe we just find other places that serve that wine and maybe she goes there.
Oh, that's a really
That's
good
not a bad
idea.
idea.
Teddy just sees her on his date and is like,
Actually,
He's like, Trying to hold a conversation with Jaden and like staring off on the side, trying to text on the tablet under the table.
Yeah.
You get a message.
Who are you
that's
messaging?
Like, return.
Who are you gonna message on the tablet? They don't have it. If you have it,
you
they
don't
don't
have
have it. You message yourself.
He had the wrong idea staring at this beautiful
Yeah, exactly.
shape.
Something else did happen on 420.
Blaze
That
it.
was the day that the major anomaly happened south of Oldhaven.
Oh,
That's whenever the distress signal went off.
cross-referencing over here.
So maybe
With my timeline that I made.
maybe she's been too busy.
I also love the idea you all are shouting this to each other in a club while two of you have drinks. You're like, yeah, no, like, what happened then? Yeah, on 420, yeah, the disturbance.
Write the redacted report. We still need to get to the bottom of that.
You're like dancing, talking.
After class tomorrow, we'll ask about it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
at least there was no cover.
At least there's no cover. Very true. All right. Well then, yeah, we'll say you all enjoy the rest of your dancing, and eventually decide to call it a responsible early-ish evening. It's probably closer to midnight by the time you all get back. But yeah, anything before you all head to bed for free day? You have class tomorrow.
Some freedom.
I don't think I have any.
Yeah, I don't think so. Look at the to-do list.
Sleep.
Sleep. Get that short rest.
Yeah. All right. Well, as you all go to slumber for the evening, Xanthe, I need you to join me in the other group
Xanthe?
chat.
Bye, girl.
Oh my god!
Sorry, I'm so distracted. I'm joining you where
Go to banishment. No, we're gonna go to banishment, so y'all could.
Is that gonna mess up with the recording at all? Or?
No,
No.
because it follows
We're
my
gonna be
audio.
able to see them talking.
Yeah.
Read your lips.
Okay.
Oh man.
Hello.
Hello. All right. What's also really fun is that they get to hear the audio change.
Oh.
If they're listening. Where do I want? All right. Xanthe. As you get ready for bed, head to sleep, getting ready for the next day, and as you dream, your eyes open, and you find yourself lying on your back in the grassland so familiar to you near Serendity's Roost. In the heavens above, the stars gently glow as a slight breeze runs over you, raising the hair on the back of your neck. Suddenly, a ball of purple, blue, kind of swirling energy, very similar to your spiritual weapon, blinks into existence in front of you. As the glowing orb floats nearby, you can hear a faint voice, but you can't make out exactly the words. It drifts away, seeming to prompt you to follow. What do you do?
Pop up and follow, obviously.
Yeah. As you kind of follow this glowing orb, the sky is dark. You see very few faint stars. And as you wander, the night gets colder and harsher. Gone is the gentle breeze and white noise of the crickets. The soil beneath your feet gets muddier, wet, as large stretches of water begin to spring up around you. A marsh. Continuing to follow the orb, the faint voice gets louder, but it's still just an echoing of gibberish. Navigating the marsh, it gets harder and harder to breathe, like something has reached inside your body and squeezed your lungs in its fist. You find yourself brought to your knees in a coughing fit as the orb darts to the ground. A knight's helmet lies half sunken in the water, the orb dancing wildly beside it, the language still unintelligible, but the feeling of urging you to reach out, to take the helmet, growing stronger and stronger as your breathing gets more and more labored. What are you doing?
I will reach for the helmet at the prompting. Yeah.
You take the helmet, you have it in your hands.
I'll put it on.
You put the helmet on. As you place the helmet on your head, you feel your breathing ease. Suddenly, the words from the orb crash into you like a wave. As they finally make sense, you hear a feminine voice, deep and rich, shouts, "Xanthe, you must wake." And with that, we will go back to the other group.
Yeah, I might be tripping.
Where that
Welcome back.
Hello.
So, Xanthe, as you hear that, your eyes open in bed, and immediately you can tell something is wrong. The door to your room, you see, goes slightly ajar, and suddenly a small steel sphere bounces into the center of the room with a ting as it pops open and a noxious yellow gas pours out. Teddy and Haze, you as well hear the door to your room kick open and see this noxious smoke pour out from another canister. As
Why
you
don't
see,
I hear it?
you do. You also hear, but all of you do. But Xanthe woke first for reasons. And with that, Xanthe, you see this, and in the kind of growing haze of the noxious smoke, you see two individuals with clubs charge into your room. Same is happening in Teddy and Haze's room, and that is where we're going to pick up next time, as you all have been attacked in the villa.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I'm sorry, guys.
Hilarious, you need to up our security.
Oh my goodness.
Anonymous.
Tell me we're